So there were a few major announcements in Tuesday night's federal budget, which were primary producer specific. The first one was the changed tax treatment to the carbon abatement and biodiversity project income, which essentially is going to allow for the income from these sources to be treated as primary production income, which will allow for things like farm management deposits and the averaging scheme to be applied. There was also a slight change to the timing on the tax treatment for the sale of Australian carbon credit units, or ACCUs. Another specific announcement that will potentially affect primary producers was the expansion of the patent box scheme, which was originally announced in the 2021 federal budget. This scheme now extends to Australian agricultural projects and will allow corporate income from patents relating to agri-innovations to be taxed at an effective rate of 17% for any patents that are granted or issued from the 29th of March 2022. And that will apply from the tax year starting July 2023. There were a few other announcements in the federal budget which were not necessarily primary producer specific, but which primary producers may be able to take some advantage of. The most obvious being the halving of the fuel excise rate for the next 6 months, which should see a saving of around 22 cents a litre to the fuel price. That's both diesel and unleaded. So for primary producers who are undertaking significant infrastructure works, earthworks and property improvement works on their properties over the next 6 months, they should see some immediate benefit to the cost of those projects that involve fuel. The announcement of the Small Business Technology Investment Boost and Skills and Training Boost is something that also primary producers may be able to take advantage of. Again, those schemes are actually announced for small businesses, so businesses which turn over less than 50 million. So any primary producers who can get into that category may be able to take advantage of them. And that applies so that there will be an extra 20% tax deduction for those eligible expenditures. And the technology and investment boost is capped at $100,000 of total eligible expenditure per year. Overall, the 2022 federal budget did not contain a lot of specific primary producer concessions, but that's not surprising given the budget had a clear focus on easing the cost of living pressures. And that's really economy-wide, and that's something that we think either side of politics is going to have to deal with over the next few years as inflation pressures continue to increase.